Do you go one ear on, one ear off, or do you put the headphones on both ears?
Both ears.
I do one ear, one off. One ear on, 1 ear off.
I do 1 year on, 1 year off with my girlfriend.
Are you recording? Nice.
Yes, he's recording.
No, I was talking to Maddie.
Oh, you got 10 seconds? 20 seconds?
20.
30.
19.
What?
18. 30 more seconds? The hell are we supposed to talk about for 30 seconds?
It's almost like we have no control over that.
I know. Bill Paxton.
Stop.
Rest in peace, Billy boy.
I'm not starting every episode this
You know what's really sad, though? This is bad. Ben, I swear to God, I'll kill you if you put this on the air. A lot of people this morning went, oh, the president from Independence Day. You know? Nobody knows the difference between Bill Paxton and Bill Pullman.
Uh-huh.
It's impossible to tell the difference.
I don't think people know who Bill Pullman is. It's the Brett Davern Show, brought to you by Nice Guy Digital and recorded at the world-famous in Studio City, California. My name is Brett Davern, and over to my left is Maddie from the Brett Davern Show.
Oh, boy.
Ben?
Yeah! What? Hi, Marty.
My name is Marty. Let's get to the guys who graduated high school 3 separate times.
That's me.
And he swallowed the rind 3 different times as well. My best friend, Brett Davern.
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. Thank you for listening on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Entire episodes of this show are now on YouTube as well. So go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show to see this podcast in all of its visual glory.
On today's podcast, we have Kenny Carkeet and Max Collins. I didn't do that at the beginning.
Yeah, you didn't. You were taking a sip of coffee instead.
Those 2 guys are from very large bands,
You
but
want to
now
go
they've
back and
come
do it
together.
again?
I'm
Here,
doing
let's go
it
back
now.
and do it again. Ben, hit the theme song. Go.
Shit.
No, start with It's the Brett Davern Show.
It's the Shit Davern Show,
Okay.
brought to you by a big old shit bag. From shitty California. My name's Marty Shannon. Today's podcast, we talk to Kenny Carkeet and Max Collins. They're both from other bands. We'll get into it. They're good bands.
By their powers combined,
They come together and join the new force, Fitness.
All right, and turn the theme song off. We did it. Right?
I think we did it.
We did it.
Do
We
your
got
dumb
it.
spiel.
Okay. Where was I in it? Oh, also, if you'd rate and review our little show, we'd really like that. Marty, do you want to read a review?
I do.
I sent you some this week.
I know.
I sent you some fresh, steaming,
Okay.
hot, fresh reviews
Very
to
good.
read.
All right, here we go.
Piping hot, fresh out of the oven. Go for it.
This is titled Amusing. 5 stars, of course, because that's all we get.
Yeah.
And it's by Tati Uria Tata. And I won't say the date because who gives a shit. Usually podcasts get boring after a while. Ooh. People start to sound annoying. But not this podcast. Brett and Marty effortlessly make it entertaining. This sounds like such a big ego stroke to be reading this.
Why?
Because it's very complimentary.
Yeah, that's nice.
Can I add a little bit of Marty flavor at the end?
At the end.
Effortlessly make it entertaining on every episode. Good job, guys. You're both pieces of alcoholic shit.
Yeah, that was nice. That was good. I like it when you spice up the reviews.
Can you guess which part I added?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Ben, let's call one of those listeners while we're talking about the listeners.
All right.
Who are we calling?
We're calling Melania in Wales Vagina.
Wales is
He's
in
got
England.
jokes. He's got jokes.
Hello.
Hi, is this Olani?
It's Alani, but yeah.
Hi, Olani in San Diego. This is Brett in Studio City, California. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for letting us call you on the podcast.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, do you actually listen to the podcast, Olani?
Yeah, I do.
I like your name. What does it mean?
Alani means I think it's like a waterfall in Hawaii or something. I don't know. My mom says it means heavenly gift, but who
Aw.
knows? I think she's trying to be nice.
Heavenly gift.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice. You think
Yeah,
your mom's
she,
just saying that to be nice? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I do. I do think she was saying that to be nice because I've like looked it up and it's nowhere to be found. It's like a Disney. It's like a Disney resort or something.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, all right.
great. No, that is hilarious. Your mom, your whole life is like, your name means heavenly gift. And then she goes to Google and she's like, yeah, right, Mom, you liar.
I know. I'm like, okay, it's cool.
Mhm. How are things in San Diego?
It's raining right now, actually, which is it's been kind of like
Everybody
cloudy
goes to
and
the
stuff
weather.
lately.
Everybody goes
Yeah.
right to the weather. Yeah. You got
Hot weather talk.
Yeah. You got big plans today, Olani?
No, I'm actually just gonna go to work tonight.
Where do you
closing,
work?
I guess. I work at 24 Hour Fitness.
I'll see you there.
All right.
Did you say Toys R Fitness?
24-hour fitness.
Oh.
What do you do at 24-hour fitness?
I am like a receptionist, kind of. I'm like the front desk. I greet people. I help them, like, if they have problems with their account and stuff like that. I also work in the kids club with like
You're the one.
all
You're the one who yells at me when I don't put my finger on the little finger thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, come on, do that again.
Excuse me. This is how I always hear you every morning. Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Sir. That's what yeah. So Lonnie always yelling
You're
at me.
walking down.
Well, Brett pretends not to hear.
Yeah. I walk in. I grab my towel. I keep walking. That's how I
Keep
do
walking.
it. Just keep walking. No
Just put
direct
your
eye
headphones
contact. Olani, do you have any
Yes.
questions for Marty or I while we have you on the phone? Since you're
Ooh,
a devoted, loyal fan of the
I have,
podcast.
I need your advice on something.
Oh, perfect. I love giving people advice. Go.
So, I have a best friend who I've been best friends with since I was like forever. We've been best friends forever. And all my other friends said he's a guy, so like all my other friends said I never used to date in high school because I was like, oh, like you love him, and like all this stuff. And I was like, no. And like he dated a bunch of people, and I was like totally cool with it.
Uh-oh.
And like he went to college this year, and we like stayed in touch for the good couple months, and then it started kind of drifting away, and I was kind of like, oh, whatever, like we're still gonna be friends. And then he like called me like a week ago, and he was like, oh, like I don't think we should be friends anymore. Like I have
What?
a girlfriend now. She's like jealous, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we've been best friends forever. Like
Yeah.
he's like, I know you were in love with me, and I just started laughing. I was like, this has to be a joke because
Well,
I'm
so
not the type of
what can
girl that-
what can I help you with?
I want to know like what I should do
You
because
kill
like
him.
my friends tell me like kill him. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like my friends tell me like just be like a total like just
Axe
ignore
murderer.
him, don't talk to him. Yeah, and then
What's this
someone
guy's
was like,
name?
yeah,
What's this guy's name? I want to know his name right now.
Jake?
What's his last
Jake?
name and social?
Yeah.
Jake the Jerk. You want to give out his Twitter handle so a bunch of people can just start trolling him?
Yeah, it's Jake Newman. If you can spell that.
Jake
It's just, like,
Newman?
Newman.
Man, she is throwing
Yeah.
a lot of public shade on this.
At
I almost
Jake-
feel a little weird.
At Jake Newman. All right. Well,
Yeah.
if you're listening and you have feelings about Jake Newman, you can hit him up on
you know what?
Twitter.
I don't care. Fuck you, Jake.
Yeah, Jake,
Yeah.
you're a jerk. Olani sounds awesome, and you totally should have made out with her that time when
She's
you were
heaven's
both
gift.
kind of drunk over at Stephanie's house after junior prom. Remember that time, Olani, when you guys were both like a little tipsy off some Boone's Farm, and you almost kissed in Stephanie's backyard? You guys totally should have
So
gone
close.
for it.
Alani, I don't.
That's what I say.
Are you over 18 or?
She's in
Yes,
college,
I
I
am.
think.
Okay. Well, then you want
I am
six?
18.
Oh, she is exactly 18.
Oh.
Oh. Then maybe they weren't drunk. But remember that time that you and Jake were playing Spin the Bottle, Olani, and like he was acting all coy, but like you knew that he wanted to make out. You totally should have made out with him.
And then your dad wanted you to go to that college, but you said, "I don't want your laugh."
Wait, what?
Oh my goodness.
It might have been your dream, but I don't want your laugh.
your life. I don't want to make out with Jake Newman.
Jake Newman sounds like the biggest double-sided dildo.
Yeah, what's wrong with Jake Newman? What a
I don't
loser.
know. I mean,
What college is he going
and then
to?
He's going to Chapman.
Chapman?
College.
It's a college
Yeah,
for
it's in
losers.
Orange or something, Orange County.
Yeah. Well, forget him,
But then he-
Olani. You know what my advice
Yeah,
is
but
for you, Olani? Life is short, and if he's a jerk, move on. Find someone else to be friends with. You don't need Jake Newman.
Okay.
Doesn't even sound that cool anyway.
Also, life is shirt.
Is what?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if that's advice.
I've said it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, Olani. What's wrong? You keep seeing him on social media or something like that, or you're constantly reminded of him
Yeah,
or something, or what?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
and
well,
then
block
he'll,
him, defriend him, and block him, and move on. Come on.
Just
I'm
kill
gonna
him.
block I'm gonna block his number. I don't even care.
Yeah,
Good.
delete his number out of your phone and move on. And when he comes home from college on breaks and stuff, and he tries to hit you up late at night, you know what I'm talking about, Netflix and chill. Just don't answer the phone.
So 2016, Brett.
Yeah, you'll be all right, Olani. Just keep listening to the Brett Davern Show. You can call us anytime you want to talk. Anytime you're thinking about Jake Newman, you can call us instead.
All right.
All right.
Deal.
We love you, Alani. Thanks for being on the
I
show.
love you guys too.
Love you very much. Thank you for
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Love you.
Never forget, life is short.
Love you too.
Bye, Heavenly
Life
Gift.
is- Aw,
Hang
thanks.
up on her.
We love you.
Ben.
Bye.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ben, you are the worst at hanging up on people.
Ben, usually when you say goodbye, then you press the hang up button. I like that he lets it go, though. Actually, it's kind of funny. I think we should just keep letting it go and see if they hang up first.
They
And then
don't.
you do that thing that you used to do with your girlfriend in 8th grade where you're like, okay, here, we'll do it. Ready? All right.
Okay.
Okay, nice to talk to you, Marty. Okay, bye.
All right, I'll see you later. Click.
Are you still there? Marty?
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, so you would actually hang up?
Yep.
No. I thought you were
Was that a bit you were trying to do?
Yeah, I thought you were going to have like
Oh.
a cute,
I don't know
like,
how this goes.
8th grade moment with me where it was
Oh,
like,
weird. I had no
where
idea.
it's like, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Oh, that old thing?
Yeah, stupid. Let's get our guests in here because I got a lot to talk to them about.
Yeah, get these
And
assholes.
I am sick of talking to stupid actors. I'd rather talk to cool musicians.
They're not cool.
Yeah.
They're big piles of...
Well, one of them seems pretty cool. We'll get to the bottom of which one right after this. All right, we'll be right back with Kenny Carkeet and Max Collins right after this. All right, boys,
Come on in.
bring a chair. You need to grab a chair.
Sam, you're unwrapping that burrito like it's gonna blow up.
Hey, buddy.
Whoa. Was that a terrorist joke?
Show for a little bit? Yeah, you good? Yeah.
No, it was more just a general bomb observation joke.
So,
You just made a terrorism joke.
I didn't start ignoring.
Make a lot of terrorists. I'm sorry.
so here's the thing. We thought we'd be able to plug in an extra microphone,
Yeah.
but we can't.
That's
so you guys
cool.
are sharing.
That's cool.
So
We get very close all the time.
Ben, should I turn it to?
Actually, I was gonna say just move it back.
Should I turn it to the one though where it
Got the
does
figure
each
8 one,
side?
yeah?
No, because you have to split it in between them, and you have to like turn and talk into it.
That's true. It's
All
right in
right.
front of us.
Well, as long as you can hear them.
Come
you're
press that
listening.
beast high.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would say just pull it back some.
Hello.
And I think Kenny, you gotta pull down this way
Maxie, come on over
to
here.
be because we record for YouTube as well. So
Oh,
to maybe
Guys.
now we'll have to like do this kind of a thing. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no, no. Just keep it back.
back this way?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
there you go.
You want to turn the gain up at all on there?
Tight. Sweet.
Maybe I'm gonna give it a.
Can we both get a... Do you want him
Yeah,
to check?
Yeah, just some talking, and I'll mess
Can you...
Kenny,
Kenny, would you tell us your birthday, please, and what you did last time for it?
What I did last time for my birthday?
Yeah.
April 18th, 1984.
You didn't
I
have
guess
to-
that would have been 2016. What did I do?
1984. You're old.
Okay,
Tell me about
Max,
it.
would you like to tell me about your
83.
last vacation that you were on?
I just went on a vacation to Cancun, and I actually put my birth date as today's date on my passport, my late passport application. So I almost couldn't
Needs to be
go.
closer.
Super.
But I ended up getting my passport the day before I had to leave.
Stupid.
Yeah, turn that up a little.
You know what's weird? I've spent 3 birthdays in Reno.
There you go.
Tour.
God,
How
that's
horrible.
awful.
Is that the worst thing you've ever heard
Yeah,
in your
that
life?
Reno might be the worst town ever.
It is
Maybe
the worst
Laughlin.
town ever.
Maybe
Laughlin's
Laughlin's
close,
worse.
but Reno.
It's the biggest little city in America.
Yeah.
Or whatever
Reno,
they
like,
say.
I
Isn't
had-
that what it say?
Yeah,
that's exactly
Isn't that
what
like
the sign
on the
said.
sign? Yeah. Yeah.
Knitting factory. All day long in Reno.
No, I can't hear Kenny at all.
Hello? I can come up here?
No, wait, now there's nothing.
No, I know.
Oh. He's like, no, I know I turned the sound on.
No.
What happened?
Oh, it's muted here. Yeah.
Oh, is it blinking or is it?
Now it's blinking.
No.
Blinking is mute.
Blinking is mute.
It's the dumbest, most stupid, counterintuitive thing ever.
Blue mics, the best.
They're,
Right?
Are you Dorsey?
somehow
Jeez.
their track got muted. That's weird.
Oh.
There's-
Oh, there, now I can hear him.
Mm.
Somebody's muting
Check,
the track.
check, check.
Check,
Can you
check.
guys kiss
There
each
they are.
other just in front of the mic?
Not for...
I almost just did.
Yeah,
that.
you definitely did.
I was going to.
Wow.
I thought. Listen, I thought we were in it together. Dude,
We're on
you know what I
YouTube.
mean?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Anything for the good of the band, boys.
That's right.
Anything for the good of the band.
My drummer in AWOL would kiss me on the mouth all the time. He had such a big beard. It was
Oh,
the
God. Hit
strangest
record.
feeling. It was
Hit
so
record.
nice. Oh my God, you're missing it all.
Hit record. We're missing all the gold.
There's a lot of naked men on tour. Often.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always...
It
Oh,
got
man.
to, I told you it got to the point where like
Naked
they
dude.
wouldn't shower unless they'd be like, "Are we showering or what?" And you're like, "Are you waiting? Are you waiting for me to go in the shower?"
I
Hurry up, get in here.
When we toured with Bon Jovi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us.
I got a good one.
Come on.
Anything.
Hey, come on, guys. Aren't we all showering together?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Come
you know,
on, dudes.
you know, camaraderie.
Last one of the showers. Rotten egg. Towel snap.
All in the confines of a 16 by 16.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
very small with one shower head.
Bassists. Am I right?
Yeah, up to the weirdest
Jeez.
people.
They're all- it's
Drummers
always the
even.
bassists.
Well, he's a bass player, so.
Yeah, bass
Which is
isn't
weird because
even a real instrument.
it's
really.
weird because most people play
Ba-
bass by default because either a band needs a bass
Exactly.
player
Yeah.
or they're a guitar player who can play bass.
They're like
Right.
You
grunge
chose
musicians.
the bass, which is
I
stupid.
chose the bass because I'm you know
Because you can't make
my
mistakes on
natural
bass.
state is fear and insecurity, and I was like I don't want to be I kind of like rock and roll, but I don't want like the lights to be on me or anything.
Right,
Right.
well, and nobody
Right.
can hear you if you make a mistake.
Just stand off
Yeah,
to
no
the
one can
side.
tell, no one cares about the bass, but I want to be a part of it. You know,
Marty, is that you?
What's that?
Oh,
This-
no, that's something.
That's not me.
That's not you.
Kenny's pointing out there's a
Yeah.
poster of the movie Marty behind Marty.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
we found it
You
downstairs,
can
and
see
I
my
just,
confusion.
I just,
Of
you know,
course, you and everybody
You're not
else.
the
that can
first
say
one
that.
to ask, actually. It is
Yeah.
There you
sort
go.
of just my own little, I don't know. It's funny. Makes me laugh.
Right.
That
I
would be-
forget it's there.
that would be awesome if you made like a western and called it Marty.
Well, for the longest time, the only picture behind me, because I used to sit here, was the "Gotta Kick It Up." So now every time someone asks, "Is that you?" I immediately assume you're talking about "Gotta Kick It Up."
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
We
we
should, we
you're
should
one of the last
post photos.
America Ferrera.
We got to post photos of the studio online so people know what the hell we're
Just
talking
post
about.
photos of the studio in the studio.
Yeah.
On these walls.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. Juxtaposition.
So Kenny, Carkeet, Max Collins are both here.
Hello.
That's Kenny. That's
Hello.
Max.
Thanks
So
for
you
having
can
us.
Tell their
Yeah.
voices apart when they start talking. So, guys, the new band Fitness. Let's get into it.
Let's
Yeah.
get all
Let's
into
talk
it.
all about it.
Let's get all into it.
So,
yeah.
Kenny, formerly with Awol Nation,
Yes, sir.
but breaking off,
Yes, sir.
doing this new venture.
Yes, sir.
Conscious uncoupling.
A conscious uncoupling. Yeah, you know, I've played in AWOL for 8 years, I think
Yeah.
almost 8 years from the
Yep.
beginning, since before there were paychecks, before there was a label, any of that stuff. And I've toured all around the world. I've played every TV show, done all that stuff,
Yeah.
which is great. And
Where'd you guys start out?
well, we're from here in LA, and then we played like a show at the Viper Room and a show at a strip club, and then got a record deal and finished the record.
Wait a minute, a strip club with a live band?
Well, so yeah, which we had to pay the strippers not to dance. That night. True story, Crazy Girls, where they shot the Girls, Girls, Girls video, Motley Crue.
Yeah, we did a photo shoot there. Actually,
See,
for-
it's a
yeah.
weird Hollywood.
It's a weird thing.
It's like a Russian.
Crazy Girl, that's like
mafia-
LeBron.
like rent it
yeah,
out.
it's like a
Isn't it?
Russian
Yeah.
mafia strip
Yeah.
club. Anyways, we played a show there. It was horrible.
Crazy Girl still serves lunch, too.
Does it really?
Gross.
Listen, strip club
I mean,
buffets.
I don't know.
I mean, buffets, you know it. Anyways, yeah, and then Sale was on an EP that got a little bit of attention in the start, and then we
Yeah.
were finishing the full record, and then when the record came out, it just went crazy.
Wait, what is this thing about paying the strippers not to...
Well,
What's the story?
so there was a few other bands playing that
Uh-huh,
night, and the
uh-huh.
strippers were doing their things on the poles and doing all the
Uh-huh.
stuff. All the bands were playing, and they thought it was all cool. And we were kind of like, we didn't want to be there anyway, and so our manager paid the strippers to not dance,
Right.
to just go and sit down
Right.
over in the corner. And
That's
stuff.
funny. One time I was shooting a movie on Venice Beach, and we had to pay a homeless guy to stop stepping in front of the camera.
Yeah, right.
So,
Did he do it?
well, it was kind of it's funny actually because he was like a crazy homeless guy,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
talking to himself.
Those kind, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just kind of he was all over the place, and he kept
That's the
stepping
only
in
kind
front
of
the-
homeless guy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he was nutty, and
only
he
one
kept
genre.
stepping in front of the camera. And we were at one of those restaurants that's like outdoor, right on the boardwalk there. You know what I mean? And so he kept stepping in front of the camera. So finally, the producer walked up, and I think he slipped him $100 or something. And the guy was talking to himself, muttering or whatever. And he slipped him $100. Was like, "Hey man, can you go away?" And the guy, he took the $100 bill and he was like, "Yeah, thanks," and just walked off.
All of a sudden, he's completely sane.
Wasn't crazy. And
yes, sir, I can actually.
That's a good hustle.
Yes, probably is what he does for work.
Yeah,
it was definitely his hustle.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
It's like that South Park
how they did
episode, Money Cures Diseases.
Yeah, that's
Money.
right. Just grind it up
baby.
and drink it, and you're all fine.
Yeah.
That's really
that's funny.
The
and then Max, so you're coming. What's up? How do you get into fitness, or how did you guys start this thing, or where are you coming from? What's the story?
I come from a band called Eve 6 that's not really active anymore, but Kenny and I met on a festival that we both played, Awol Nation and Eve 6, back in 2012. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And Kenny was wearing an Old Dirty Bastard shirt that I had, and I was like, "Oh, I have that shirt." And then
what story?
Kenny, we've all got stories. And then Kenny and then we were like, let's go watch Flava Flav and who was playing, and so we did that.
Nice.
And we just kind of stayed in touch after that. I don't know. I thought Kenny's a nice dude, and then we started kind of collaborating on various things. And I don't know. I think the idea for fitness was Kenny's originally as a way to have an outlet for things, to be unconcerned with a lot of the bullshit that we find ourselves having to be concerned with doing the songwriter for hire production stuff.
Yeah.
To just be able to have a project where, he at this time could just do whatever he wanted. And he started sending me some stuff. I started putting lyric and melody on them, and next thing we knew, we had this sort of strange little.
That was 2 years
gig.
ago almost, too.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
I've heard some of them.
It was an absolute therapeutic
They're amazing.
exercise. I think even as actors and musicians,
Sure.
we're you're constantly told how the song should be or how the movie should be or
Right,
how the scene
right.
should
Formula.
be, and it should be this way and
Yeah.
that way.
Getting
and
notes.
After a while, it's I just need to make something that nobody tells me what to do on it for my own soul. And then Max here's let me try to sing on this, and he sang on that. That became our first single 2 years later.
Cool, yeah.
Kind of started a therapeutic exercise that somehow grew.
It's very
legs.
organic.
Yeah, exactly. It was just, and even still to this day, it's kind of just free of trend. We're not
Right.
really, and that sounds pretty lame to say now that I'm hearing myself say it, but
No.
it's we're not trying to do something that we think other people will enjoy necessarily. We're just doing what we think is
It's a
cool.
fully self-centered
Yeah.
endeavor.
Yeah.
And it's and even to the point where it's even with song, it's they're sort of anti-songs, and we're sort of blowing up arrangements. And I think we both appreciate popcraft, songcraft, and all that, but it's an opportunity to kind of be audacious and be a bunch of different things, actually.
Yeah.
Some of the songs are kind of, braggadocio, tongue-in-cheek.
Irreverent.
Irreverent.
Very,
Totally.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Others are more earnest and vulnerable. It's kind of we're not, I don't know, if there is a through line, it's that there isn't one. It's anything goes.
Cool.
What's the thing? I mean, you guys, it'd be one thing if you guys were just starting out as dudes that were just we're just going to make whatever.
Right.
But it's so much more genuine coming from two guys that have the experience and the life that you guys have had.
Well, and that's what
and
we
it really
want.
comes through.
The honesty is what's so important to
Yeah.
us, because we see every day bands who just you have the labels on top, and I don't want to go into that whole thing, but where they're just labels we don't have a single yet, or we don't have this yet, and the band's okay, what do we got to do? We need to make something a little more up tempo. It's
so,
yeah,
and it's the
death,
literally the death of creativity.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Totally.
it all becomes analysis.
Totally.
It all becomes
Yeah.
focus grouped,
it's
and
the
that's
statistical
it's
chart of what works.
Well, the same thing.
castrating.
How do you
Same
get
thing
to
happens
5
in
there?
TV, movies,
Right,
everything.
sure,
I mean, I
yeah.
think that's why HBO or Netflix or Hulu or these other kind of things are coming along and killing it right now, because
Yeah.
you hear the stories all the time that if you sell a show to HBO, for example, like what I hear, I don't know for a fact, but what I hear is that they kind of they buy your show for a reason, and they know that you're good at what you do, and then they get out of your way. Whereas like a network is gonna, like you're saying, like note you to death and produce and focus group and all that.
Even our videographer, and it's weird to even say that. We have a buddy named John Piers who does like Samsung commercials and Volkswagen commercials, all this stuff, and he met us with fitness, and he said the same thing where he's like, if one more director tells me it needs to be this way or whatever, so he's like, I just want to make something I think is cool, and he's using us as his guinea pig, which is great, you know. So it's like, and
total
everybody
freedom.
that's come, even the artwork that we do, they're like, well, what do you guys want? We're like, whatever you hear, dude. This whole project is a collaboration of like what your creativity, celebration of your creativity.
It's funny because we put together like this team, like kind of based on that, like that sort of the shared like, I don't know, goal of everyone involved who's involved on an artistic level, and it's kind of a larger, getting to be a larger group of like,
kind of like a community
web guy, a couple artists, videographer, production, who are all just like, okay, this is an opportunity to just like tap into what sort of originally had us excited about music, which is a feeling of freedom and not being constrained.
I can see in you guys' eyes, you guys are really turned on by the project.
It's so much
you're in love with it.
We constantly find ourselves at the helm or being like, can we do that? You know, that question comes up all the time. Can we do that? And the answer always is, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do.
That's great.
The best part about it.
That's great. Well, like even before we were recording, like I'm just listening to you guys sit back there talking about like, what should we wear on stage? And like just kind of free-forming the idea of what you're gonna do, and like that's just it's cool. Like,
if we had a label who was like, you know, in front of us, they'd be like, oh, no, that's not right, and we need to use this person for
like,
political reasons.
No, you can't wear hospital gowns and swim goggles.
Right, there's hospital gowns and swim goggles.
Swim goggles.
We'll do whatever we want to do and fucking
snorkels.
Yes.
And I'll quit harping on this, but like you hear interviews with like artists that like now they're in this phase of their career where they are happy doing whatever they want, and sometimes like those albums have a tendency to be like, well, the guy used like dog barks and like weird horn honks in it because he's so free, and so it has a tendency to be like, yeah, I get that you're doing it and you're happy, but it's not awesome.
Well, see, we're not happy. Like that's the thing. This is coming from a place of like genuine like frustration verging on despair.
Well, let me pay you this compliment.
Because it's one thing, like being a professional is great, and I'm not trying to sound like, you know, ingrateful for it, but you know, but it's like, yeah, if you happen to have like the blessing curse thing of like being an artist and needing to make shit, you know, it's like so you need to be true to yourself.
The point I was trying to make before you interrupted me, you dick.
Hey, whoa.
Is that you guys are both just so good at music that you're doing something that's so whatever the fuck you want, but it's still good. It's still great.
That's true. It is because we're really good.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a fact dispensary.
Side note, people don't know these two guys co-wrote "Run Away with Me," and they produced that. And
Who's that? Who sings that?
We advertise it on this, and people watching. These two guys co-wrote. Max sang some harmonies on it. You can hear them if you listen hard enough.
Harms, also known as
the Harms.
Dropping in some harms.
Yeah.
I love it. So you guys got shows coming up March 3rd at Brooklyn Bowl in Vegas.
Let's see. The first one is actually March 4th in.
March 4th is Soundbreak in Culver City.
And then that one's March 30th in Vegas.
30th.
There's a 0 in there somewhere.
30. Hold on. Let me start over like I'm a true professional. So you guys are playing shows March 4th, Soundbreak, Culver City, and then March 29th. Right?
Yes,
at the
sir.
Resident.
Yes, sir.
And then March 30th at the Brooklyn Bowl.
That's exactly right,
in
my
Vegas.
friend. Yeah.
And you guys are also, these are, I was reading your email. Yeah. I'm trying to decipher your email, actually. So then these are other bands that you're playing with, right? Battle Tapes, Beginners, Learn.
Yeah. So the one on this coming Saturday, March 4th, is our actual first fitness show.
Really?
Which is pretty exciting because it's, like I said, it's been about 2 years of just fiddling. You know,
that's the one in Culver City.
In Culver City. And so it all culminates this Saturday with a live performance at the Culver City place. And then on the 29th at the Resident in LA, that's with a great band called Battle Tapes and another great band called Beginners and stuff. And Battle Tapes, I'm a huge fan of.
Nice.
Yeah, they're
Those
awesome.
rip really hard.
Yeah.
They're like the new Justice, in my opinion.
Really?
They're
Cool.
so much fun to listen to. So we've got the 2 shows, 29th and 30th, both with battle tapes, which we're really excited to play with those
Cool.
guys.
And the first show's with Tan Lines, Gunslinger, Travis Holcomb, Grisfolk,
Yeah.
Liquorbox, Jeremy
Some
Saul.
really good bands.
Nice.
on
Brilliant
there,
bands.
yeah.
So people go to your guys' website's hilarious, by the way. www.fitnesswastaken.com.
That's because it was.
Because
Yeah.
of course, fitness.com. I mean, come on.
Dude, it was the hardest thing coming up with this band name, but we love the band name. But naturally,
But so
we
for
run
tickets
into
and all things like that, and show
fitness.com,
dates
it'll have
and
everything
everything.
on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
it's
to
like the reason why we liked it is
fitnesswastaken.com.
also the problematic. It's like it doesn't. It's
Well, people,
it's not a band name.
People went, you can't name
it's
it
a band
fitness
name.
because it's going to be too hard to brand.
Yeah.
Watch this,
Yeah.
dude. I don't fucking care.
This is one of those record executive things that you don't give a shit
Exactly.
about
It's like,
anymore.
I just don't
Yeah.
care. And then somehow
Yeah.
we stumbled
Good.
on a fitness was taken, and now that's our thing for everything.
I love
It's
it.
kind of funny.
Fitness
So
was
it worked
taken.
out, yeah.
How did you come up with fitness?
Uh,
just
So I think anybody in bands, as we know, when you're back in the day and you're fucked up with your friends, you're like, let's start a band called this, let's start a band
Right,
called that.
sure.
Like, some of them I can't say, but one of them was called Wicked Fitness that we wanted to start to. And then as we were doing this, I was like, fuck, what if we called it Wicked Fitness? And then we
Yeah.
just dropped the Wicked, and fitness was just the thing.
what's the dumbest or silliest band name you've ever heard? Marty, you have
There's a metal band called Hit the Gym, and they're
Shut up.
they're,
I mean,
that's
they're
kinda
pretty rad
apropos.
though. They're pretty rad.
hit the
Yeah.
gym.
Exactly. I
But
kind
that
of
is
want to
really
watch my
stupid
mouth,
name.
but that's not really fitness to say. But you can open up pretty much any alternative press magazine and just see any band name in there
Yeah.
and be like,
It's fun. We used to like just have like a game where we try to make up emo band names.
Oh sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Like Today is Tomorrow was my favorite one.
Today is tomorrow.
A New Day Down.
I
That's
mean,
good.
Yeah.
That's
New
good.
Day Down is
Yeah.
great.
They're my first few bands were horrible. We're like
course.
Losers Play Fair.
Yo, that's good.
So and so.
Oh, that's
6
proper.
Foot Disaster. You're like, are you out of your mind?
yeah.
We were like 14 or 15.
6 Foot
but 6 Foot
Disaster?
Disaster, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man,
there
what
should be
things we
a.
do.
It's like the band names. Like there needs to be a game like that people do like like the porn name thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there needs to be something
Here's your
that
How you
band
get
name.
your
is
emo
how you
band.
get a band
Totally.
name.
Like
Yeah.
color
break down
with
the
your- yeah.
formula.
Yeah. It's gotta
The
be
algebra
I don't
of an
know.
emo
It's like
band
gotta
name.
be like
There are so
something
many
like
bad. There's so many bad band names, but then you
don't
think of
know.
a band like fucking Korn.
right.
And in retrospect, you're like, it's a great name.
Because
Everybody
truly,
knows it.
and that's what I like about fitness is it's so it's like because band names are so arbitrary.
Yeah.
I mean they really
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
defined by whether or not.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
band
I
is
mean,
so cool.
Pearl
Yeah.
Jam originally was called Mookie Blaylock.
Yeah, Wiggly Blaylock.
Which
I
is
kind of like that better.
it's kind of awesome, but like it just they'd still be Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
it would
exactly.
just be Mookie Blaylock.
Exactly.
Which is,
I got a funny
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder story.
Oh,
too. Speaking of Pearl
I
Jam, we'll get
love
into that
Eddie
later.
Vedder.
Dude, he's
Let's
one of
hear
my-
Doesn't get any better than Eddie Vedder.
we saw that just before you.
Yeah.
I saw them at Jazz Fest in New Orleans this last
nice.
year. Oh my god,
incredible,
they
still incredible.
crushed it. Yeah,
like
they were amazing.
gives you chills and makes you kind of cry a little bit.
I cried. I
When he
literally,
plays
I
that-
actually
when they
did
play
cry.
Better Man.
Yeah.
I cried.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
fucking incredible.
Oh, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, what's the
He's
Eddie,
sweetest
Eddie
guy.
Vedder
So
story?
my guitar player in Awol, his name's Zach Irons. His dad is Jack Irons, who played in Pearl Jam for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So Zach, as a kid, 10 years old, 6 years old, whatever it was, would tour around the world with Pearl Jam. So we went and played a show in Hawaii, in Honolulu, where Ed lives. Ed, as they call him. And and
Harris?
Zach goes, yeah, right. And as Zach goes, hey, my Uncle Ed's going to come to the show. And we're like, oh, okay. He goes, no, it's Eddie Vedder. And I'm like, Uncle Ed? That's what we
Uncle
call him, Uncle
Ed.
Ed, you know what I mean? Ed came out to the show, asked us for a photo, which was absolutely
Whoa.
crazy.
Oh,
And
that's
then
cool.
I stage dive almost every night. And this was a small club, and there was like one rickety little wedge about this big that would move if you touch it, that if I did jump, I'd have to jump off that. And so during a drum solo, I went to the side, and I was talking to my singer. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could jump tonight. It's really sketchy. And he goes, dude, motherfucking Eddie Vedder is on the side of stage right now. If you don't jump, you're out of the band. I jumped so high and so hard, and it was incredible. dude.
man.
So good. How do you not?
Yeah,
God,
right.
You
to.
have to, dude. You have
the
to.
king of climbing cranes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like
God,
swinging
dude.
on the ropes
Yeah,
and stuff
it's
at
amazing.
the Moore Theater. I'm
Yeah,
from Seattle,
yeah.
so
Oh,
I mean,
Oh, I
Love
love the Moore Theater.
Seattle.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Seattle, great music
Great.
town and
I
all
played
that.
I
and
got to
just-
play the Paramount, which
Oh
is amazing.
sure,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the Neptune, Neptune. I think it's called
Neptune,
the
yeah,
and a bunch
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
It's so
What,
good.
Music Box or
Yeah,
Showbox?
Showbox.
Showbox.
Soto Showbox.
Wasn't there
Yeah.
a color
Yeah.
box there too, or is that something else?
Probably something. I mean, there's all those and all those
It's
like
a
little
great
clubs
place.
down
Yeah,
in Pioneer
Crocodile
Square and
Club
stuff.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Crocodile
Crocodile,
Cafe.
dude.
Oh man. Dude.
Seattle's a great place, man.
I can
love
talk
Seattle.
about that
I love
forever,
Seattle.
man. I don't have, I've never met Eddie Vedder. I don't have an Eddie Vedder story per se,
Yeah.
but I sort of do, which is that when Awkward first got picked up, we were doing these, they'd take us to New York a lot and we'd do press and like things like that. And we were doing this thing at the Beacon Theater. And in the elevator backstage at the Beacon Theater, they let everyone sign the wall, like if you play there or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And so, and there's a guy that runs the elevator, like it's that old school. But there's a guy in there
Going up.
third floor ding. And so he was like, the cast, like we got in the elevator, and this guy was like, "Hey, you guys got to sign the wall," and we're like. I'm like, no, like we're nobody. Like I'm not gonna sign this like iconic. And he's like, no, and he like had a Sharpie. He's like, you have to, please, you know. He's like, it's tradition. You have to. It's bad luck if you don't, or whatever. Yeah. I was like, okay. And I look up at the wall, and there's Eddie Vedder's signature. He drew a tidal wave.
Shut up.
And I was like, oh. And there was like a lot of open space, like right next to him, or like a little bit.
Signed right next
I just signed right next to
That's
him.
so awesome, dude.
I was like, dude. And I took a picture of it. I was
Sign
like, that's
over
the
it.
coolest thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have been rad if you crossed it out.
Assert your dominance, Brett.
Yeah.
Assert your
And then just
dominance.
peed on it. And pee all
That's one of the
over it.
best things about
No.
touring in those venues. And
Yeah.
a lot of those venues all have the walls that are signed, and
Sure.
every night you're like, "Fuck, look at that!
I
look
know.
At this. Like we
Yeah.
played Red Rocks this last year,
Oh, cool.
and there's the famous tunnel that goes under Red Rocks. That's nobody had known unless you play there. And then you go in there, and it seems like it's a mile long, and it's just covered with names.
Really?
everywhere.
That's rad.
Great, like from Paul McCartney to
Oh,
the original
wow.
Rage Against the Machine to like all these stuff. You're like, what?
Damn.
Well, later you guys get to sign our wall. See, we started our
I
own
like it.
thing
You got
here
some
for
great
Moore
people on
Park.
there,
Yeah.
Who are we gonna
Dude.
cross out?
Eddie Vedder. You can cross out.
I'm just gonna cross out Brett's name.
Yeah. Cross mine out. I signed my own wall. That's pretty stupid.
So did I.
Yeah.
Listen, we all
Yeah.
get used to signing pictures of our own
Whatever.
face too, which
Yeah.
is really weird.
That is what it is. So the EP is going to drop this summer, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes
Agro-culture?
Agro,
Which is the
Yeah.
coolest thing.
Yes.
That was a
Wait,
Max name.
actually, should we hear some songs? We should listen to some songs,
Yeah.
shouldn't we?
Listen
Hold
to
on.
some
I did not know that
Yeah.
that was the EP's name. That's
Agro-culture.
awesome.
With 2 G's.
We had Dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dose
Well, there's
Jazz.
2 G's in the band.
There you go.
Hey.
Nice.
You're quick with that stuff.
See?
Man.
Damn. Let's listen to some songs. You guys, right now, Get Dead is out, right?
Yes.
That one's
Get
on,
Dead is on Spotify and
and also Supa
Super
Feeler
is
Yeah.
on also
parentheses
on Spotify.
Vice Grip.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and not
Bringing back the parenthetical song title, man.
Vice Grip would have been a band name I came up with in high school. That would have been one of mine.
Yeah.
Kind of tight.
We are Vice
Kinda
Grip.
tight,
That's
dude.
kinda tight.
No pun
Yeah.
intended.
Vice Grip's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That's
pun
kinda-
intended.
I don't know that these 2 songs will necessarily be on the Agriculture EP since
Okay.
they're already out, but it was a cool place for us to start.
Which one should we
with these
listen to
songs.
first?
It's up to you guys.
I would say Get Dead.
Get Dead.
Get Dead's a good
intro.
It's a great
Yeah.
intro.
Ben, let's play some Get Dead by Fitness.
Can we listen to it for real?
I want to start a mosh pit in here
Let-
while it's
what
going.
if you just start throwing tables?
Hospital gowns.
Putting both ears on for this. Yeah, crank it up.
Baby boy blue got his moxie back like a Tom Jones telethon. Baby queen rock on. Blackjack, keep 'em off. Keep the car going till the wheels come off. I say crisscross, applesauce. We don't need a shotgun. I can see the future, motherfucker. It's bright. Me and Kenny, she are coming for you tonight. We will fix this millennial shit's out of stress. Everybody dance like you're about to get dead.
Playing this live for the first time the last few
Dance like
days.
you're about to get dead. Dance like you're about to get dead. I can see the future, motherfucker. It's bright. Me and Kenny, she are coming for you tonight. We will fix this millennial shit's out of stress. Living in the street can't suck this, and we don't give a fuck. We just wanna make up shit. Red-eyed appetite, the Appalachian leaves and the bonus eyes. The tits out wild now, sipping on the moonshine.
Wait, all right, that's good. That's good. We'll make them pay for the rest
Dude,
of it.
it's so metal. It's like the rantings
awesome.
of a madman.
I
It's
love
so
that.
cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
That is great.
Like Appalachian Hicks when the moon is high. That's my
Yeah,
favorite
man.
line.
We're gonna teach these millennial shits how to
how to
shred.
shred.
Is
Yeah.
so cool.
It's pretty awesome.
That's fun. And that was the first song we ever did. And now, after 2 years, we've grown. Like, not away from that, but like...
Oh, I've
more
heard.
Yeah, you've heard
There's
it. You know
one
what I mean?
song
It's
that's like the song of the coolest dreams you have.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're just killing everybody. in
Teaching
your
these
dreams.
millennial shits how to shred. That's my new motto.
Right,
That's
yeah,
like the
seriously.
new slogan.
Brett rails
for
against
life.
millennials every episode.
I hate millennials
Right.
so
They think
much.
They know,
Dude.
They think
And like,
they know.
I
They
just,
don't know.
dude, they don't.
They
Yeah,
don't know. They think they know.
That's exactly
They
what it
don't
is.
know.
know.
They
They
think
think
they
they know.
know,
Crazy thing,
Yeah.
right?
and they have
This
no
is
idea
interesting.
what
We're
the hell
attacking
they're talking
millennials
about.
from the flanks right now, because like
Yeah,
And then
man.
what's-
I'm an old man.
What's crazy is that this is exactly what our parents told us, right?
Yeah.
They think they know, and so
Yeah.
now that I feel that way, I'm
I
like,
know.
maybe my parents were core.
No, these
We're
kids.
tight, you know
No,
what I
these
mean?
kids
Like-
are worse than
Right,
we
yeah,
were.
yeah.
They don't know
They don't
shit.
know
They don't know
anything.
anything.
Oh my
They don't
God.
get off the couch.
If I hear
Yeah.
one more goddamn indie electronic band, I'm gonna puke in my own mouth and just drink it, dude. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously though, like I don't know. I was just thinking about like recently. I've been thinking about like all the dumb shit we did when we were kids.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
like literally like building ramps and going
Yeah.
off, and so I don't see any
Yeah.
of them
Drinking
doing that
from
anymore.
hoses and
Yeah,
like...
drink
Play
from a
the-
hose.
They
Get
just
a-
play
get a
the
bacteria.
Pokemon Go all the time.
yeah,
It's very surreal.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember, you look at these ramps that you built, and they're the
Yeah.
shadiest, most deadly.
It's a cinder block
piece
and a
of
piece
tra-
of plywood.
Right, with definitely some metal spikes and some nails sticking out. And you're like, dude, just do it, bro. Or you're,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you're like,
Dude, that reminds me. We had a quarter pipe here in La Crescenta.
Yeah.
We had a.
Did you grow up out here?
In Miami? Well, I actually grew up. I was born in New York. Grew up in Coconut Grove. Moved to Coconut Grove, Florida when I was 4. Moved out here when I was 11. And there's a Florida connection with these
Yeah.
these
These
two
weirdos.
dudes
Yeah.
too.
Cheers.
But yeah. So we had a quarter pipe out here in my garage.
Yeah.
In La Crescenta. Do you guys know where that is?
I know La Crescenta. Yeah. Sure.
And like my neighbor, who is like my my best friend in the neighborhood, like I was trying to get him into skateboarding, and I was like, it was probably like a 4-foot quarter pipe,
Yeah.
and I was trying to convince him to drop in, and I had him up there with his standing with his tail on the thing. For like 10 minutes. I was like, dude, really, it's not that big a deal. Just lean
commit.
in.
Lean
Just lean
forward.
in. It's like you're
Just lean in, bend your knees.
I was like, you literally can't hurt yourself. I mean, you're fucking, you're basically on the ground right now. Come on.
Oh no.
And he went for it and broke his arm and his collarbone.
Broken arm.
that man collarbone. That's amazing.
Oh,
How many
geez.
times have we all here tried to convince somebody to drop in on
Yes,
something?
all the
Every
time.
one
So
of us.
many. It's
You're like,
like,
dude, just
do
you'll be
it,
fine. Just do
dude.
it.
You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Just do it.
Just
pussy.
do it.
Yeah.
For the first time you actually do it right, you're like, oh, I can do that every time now.
Right,
Now I'm an
yeah.
advocate for other people doing
Oh,
it.
exactly.
man.
Well, because it feels so good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
the
like the first
best.
time you drop in, it's like, wow.
It's
Oh,
funny.
feels
So
man.
amazing.
you see these videos of like somebody's gonna get hurt dropping in. You see like 10 people around them trying to convince them.
Yeah.
They all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Nobody has ever dropped in successfully for the first
Right,
time. Especially
exactly.
No,
not being
it's a totally
skateboarder.
sadistic.
Right.
Well, plus too,
Pursuit.
like with the X Games and everything like that, right? Like when the X Games were first a thing, right?
Yeah, which is a great thing.
Dudes would fall trying to do sketchy stuff
Yeah.
in the
Right.
X Games,
Yeah.
and they'd like wipe out really hard, and you'd be at home like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Now they're all so damn good at it that they
Right.
never fall, so they
Right.
make that shit look so
Foam
easy
pits,
now.
man.
True.
That's
Foam
it too,
pits.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like all these kids are like, and by the way, the jumps are way bigger now. Like
Right.
you're talking snowboarding
Yeah,
or whatever
exactly.
than they used to be. And so now that they never fall, like you go to Mammoth or something, and you see these like little kids like taking these huge
Dude.
kickers that they should not be doing.
It's
eating
absolutely
shit
which we
all
do
the
too.
time.
We take the kickers that we should not be doing.
Of course.
I was
Yeah.
just in Denver like 2 weeks ago, and one of the lifts goes right up the big mega jumps and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You're just watching these dudes do this stuff, and you're like, you're out of here.
No.
Then
Oh,
you every
man.
once in a while you're watching, and somebody just rolls the windows down. And
Oh
fails so
yeah.
hard.
Oh, yard sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is
no,
insane. I just
totally.
started following a few skateboarding Instagram accounts, and it's the best.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like it's still, I don't know. There's no.
skate
it's such
videos
an
and
art,
surf videos
you know?
Yeah.
are so
I-
hard. And where you find the best music.
I used to skate so much that when I moved to LA, because it was back in Florida, where but Florida doesn't really have a good street. Guy was a street skater
Yeah.
more than anything. But now it's in my brain every time I see anything. Ooh, that's cool to skate.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm 15 years removed.
And then I'll step foot on a skateboard, and I'm like,
yeah.
I just don't think that's worth it.
But every
anymore.
time there's a
Probably not a good
skateboard,
idea.
You need
every
to take
time.
up extreme walking.
Yeah,
Yes,
extreme walking.
exactly.
Yeah.
Me, so
It's just
Extreme
like
sitting.
you just hit the curb with your foot. Just
Like,
like
there's-
pick one foot up.
a little
woo!
tap. My
Yeah, little
guitar
tap,
player
tap.
and Awol and I were the only ones who would skateboard on tour, and we both have the short longboards. And he and I would test each other every night with dropping in because every time you have a stage, they load in. They have the ramps, the
Right.
middle ramps, and
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
it was a ramp to a ledge to a ramp.
Right.
Like double decline, do it, and we kept doing it. And then one day I fell. And I split open the webbing on my hand. This was like 3 months ago or something like that. I split open the webbing on my hand, to which I'm a keyboard
Yeah.
player in this
Yeah.
touring band. We got in so much trouble, and the management
Sure.
like, no more skateboarding,
Sure.
no more skating. So every night we would still go skate, and then we'd you'd see somebody that you're not supposed to be skating in front of you, pick up your board, and you're like, hey man,
I'm not doing anything.
We're
So like a real
30-year-old
skater.
dudes, just like, hey, I'm not skating at all with a huge band-aid on my bandage.
Like
on
a
my-
real skater.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
rad.
yeah.
Scared of who's watching.
We actually got in trouble. They were like,
Well,
this
yeah,
is a tour
the
ending
insurance policies
thing.
and stuff
Right.
are like,
We're like, what do you want us to stop being cool? Come on, man. It's
It
not
made it
good.
so much more fun, I'm sure, to
Well,
have your
of course.
manager tell you you're not
we
allowed
would,
to
we would
skateboard.
bomb hills. All we would do is find hills and bomb them. And
you
then
have to. You're rock and roll guy.
Yeah,
You're a
come on.
rock star. Like you're supposed to do stuff like that.
so crazy,
Yeah.
so
you're not,
insane.
you know, you
Yeah.
can't do what you're told if
I
you're
had
a
to
musician.
play
Yeah.
with my fingers bandaged, play keys with 3 fingers.
Oh my god.
And while my singer's looking at me like I'm kind of in trouble, and I'm like,
Well, because
I'm
they
still
can't
playing.
just be like, and sitting in tonight.
right, yeah,
Just, you
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
Oh,
you know,
jeez.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna
What are you
do?
gonna do?
So who are you guys listening to? Who are you guys into right now?
I've been listening
You
to
first.
a lot of fitness.
Well, yeah, obviously.
The
But I
last
mean-
thing that really blew my mind, I feel like I'm listening to a lot of stuff, but once a year there's one record that absolutely just destroys my brain. Like one was an Alt J record a couple years ago.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, that was good.
And then this year that Childish Gambino record was like, dare I say, like life changing for me. It was
Really?
because he's so creative, and it's weird because I feel a lot of people either love it or hate it or don't understand it. To me, it's beyond creative. His creative genius is impeccable, and like he sings every song with a different character, and then like it's all old and funky, but yet there's a new contemporary thing about it that you can't even pinpoint. And so that record's really just been
Yeah.
blowing my mind. I
Yeah.
can't stop listening to that one.
yeah.
What else have I been jamming lately? I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately.
Really? Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier is that like
Same.
I've been listening to a ton of podcasts, and I've kind of stopped listeing to like
I
normally
listen to fitness and
Sam
I just
Harris.
love saying that. Fitness
and
and
Mark Maron
podcasts.
yeah.
as songwriters too. Like I spend most of my days listening to the songs we write, analyzing and judging. And
It's
showing
the worst.
There's
It's
a lot
the
of that.
Right, so
worst.
you're just like, so we write with a ton of, like, we've written recently with, like, a band called Night Riots, who's really rad. They're on Sumerian and listening to those songs, and Mainland and Dreamers, who are on 300, and a couple, like, I just got this gig with MTV, actually, to do, like, 30 rap songs for
Really?
the show placement. So now I'm like, okay, so I'm going to start to listen to a bunch of rap stuff.
Yeah.
And I got to that
Right,
Migos
right,
record.
right.
The new Future record is really good. Always a fan of all the Drake stuff. The new Weekend record is good. The Daft Punk songs are incredible.
Yeah.
I love your cover.
Oh,
That
yeah?
was really, really
Thanks,
good. Yeah,
bud.
really, really cool. Yeah, that kind of stuff. There's not much else that has been really, and that's kind of not.
I kind of just listen to the Beatles. Like I'm just
Right.
trying to think, what do I listen to?
You know what I've listened to
I've been
when I was
listening
pulling
to
up here?
Revolver for like the last 3 years, and
so
that's
good.
kind of all.
I pulled into
Listening-
the
I don't know.
parking lot
It's weird.
today listening to Beds Are Burning, Mystery Oil.
Oh, it's so good.
And I was jamming
Midnight.
it hard. Midnight Oil, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was jamming it so
I'll give you some
fucking
Mystery
hard.
Oil.
You
Yeah.
want- Now?
Not a mystery.
Now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right
Save
now.
it for the tour bus. Save
right
it
now.
for the tour bus.
Did you guys? Is this the first record you've both like produced yourselves essentially, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I produce records for other bands.
I mean,
I'll
for
never-
you.
Where there's not like
For
an
you guys.
executive.
Right,
you guys
know,
are sitting in a
voice
room
saying-
making your own music
outside
to release.
of what I made from like 15 to 24, ages 15 to
Yeah, yeah,
24. Yeah, this is definitely the first thing we've produced for ourselves.
And
like-
same, and so it's like the worst part about it is you're not stoked because you listen to it so much.
right. And
And
the
it's-
real
it's-
test,
it's
the
like you
real
lose
test
your excitement.
is playing it for other people.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
like when you're in the room and you're like, hey, let me hear some fitness stuff, and you play the song, immediately I can tell if the song's not done.
Yeah, yeah.
Or-
That's the
Yeah.
first time you
Confident.
get that objective
Right,
listen.
exactly.
you
But
know?
like we just listened to Get Dead, and I'm like, the song's done.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
good about
yeah.
it. I feel confident about it. So yeah, as you self-produce your own stuff, that's kind of a good judge.
Well, the way that fitness works too is like I mean, it all starts with the track, with Kenny's track, and I'm used to, coming from the way I've written for my band, old band, and other stuff is just starting with the song, lyric, melody, acoustic guitar, and I've always brought that. So this is Kenny doing his nerd ninja stuff on his own.
Nerd Ninja, another good name for a band.
and so and then it's like, okay, with lyric and melody, I'm committing to this chord progression. How do you make the most, forge the most exciting whatever stuff to this blueprint that's already there, which has been really fun. But my point was, production wise, it's all this guy. I mean, literally playing all of the instruments.
Which is another liberating thing. It's
Are you drumming and everything?
Yeah, everything. I play all the. I mean, some of the songs I'll bring in a friend to play drums, but like Get Dead, you just heard it was me, and
when you guys are on stage, is it just the two of you?
It's going to be a 3-piece with a drummer that we'll bring in to help us portray the live thing. So I'll do all of the music from my world, keys, drum machine, guitar, all that stuff, and then a drummer, and then.
Oh, come on, you could do it all. You could
do it
all
by myself.
Just drum with your feet, play keys with your hands.
I've done it. You have a guitar here and you're playing drum like this.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a cool 3-piece thing live, or at least that's what we're trying to get it done. Cause
That's
again,
great.
we okay, well, there's enough music that we should have 2 guitar players and a keyboard player and a bass player and all this stuff, and it's but then we're just another fucking 5-piece band out there.
A lot more cooks in the kitchen.
You're right, and it's just we just want to do something different. I just want it to be different. And not even I just want it to be cool. It doesn't even have to be good. I just want it to be cool. You know what I mean? So we've been jamming a lot, and we're realizing that we're a bit more thrashy than we thought we would be. A lot of guitar feedback and weird purposeful jazz notes, bad notes, and we're kind of it's kind of more thrashy than we thought it was going to be, which is a neat thing to see now coming out. Because with the electronic stuff and what you hear, it's always click is here and the kick is here.
It's merging the chaos a little bit with the order.
Controlled chaos.
It's what kind of happens when you get pick up a guitar.
Lyrically as well, the fact that you spell out fitness and but not that SS. No, fuck that. It's just the rantings of a guy who's just super.
You know what we said when we
yelling
did that
at somebody.
too?
It's awesome. It's so cool.
What we said when we did that was, can we spell out our own name at the beginning of a song?
Right.
And once right away we go, we'll do anything we fucking
Exactly.
want.
That's great.
If we're asking the question as to whether or not it's too audacious to do it, then
then
the
it's
answer
yes. Then the answer is
must.
definitely yes.
We must.
There's some
Well,
great.
then I've got
I
suggestions
definitely
for you
see
guys.
hospital gowns and snorkels in
Yeah.
your future.
There was an
Hospital gowns
arrogant
and snorkels.
positivity.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah, arrogant positivity. We're trying to spread arrogant positivity.
Right.
Just we are great.
I like
we think
that.
that we're great. That's
Arrogant
cool. And if you're on board,
positivity.
cool. If
Yeah.
not, I don't fucking care.
Right.
I love
It's
that.
not for you. It's for us. You know? And if you wanna get
Hashtag
on the-
arrogant positivity.
Right. That's exactly.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a mutual friend in
We do?
in Steve Howie.
Oh yeah. Wait. I did Shameless.
You did Shameless.
Which I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of Shameless. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I met him. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Okay,
I
you
met him
worked sort of with
briefly.
him.
Yeah,
Are you
but
really into
he's-
pregnant chicks?
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Who's not?
You did it well.
I still make fun of him.
Come on, man.
Mesiophile.
Steve's great.
Yeah, he's
Steve
awesome.
Howie's great. And our buddy Wee Sam, actually, who's right over there, has a podcast or had a podcast, is on break, whatever he is. But Steve Howie's a guest on there. It's a great
Consciously
episode.
Uncoupled.
That's
Actually.
awesome.
Yeah, really
Steve's
great,
my favorite
really great
character
interview.
on that show, dude. Kev
Yeah.
is the best.
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
he's awesome.
we
He's
just
so
had.
good.
He's so cool and such a nice guy too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I wish
great
I could
dude.
have hung out with him more. I wish I would have had scenes with him, but
Is he
Yeah,
like
yeah,
6
yeah.
foot
He's
8,
really
3
cool.
and a
Yeah,
half?
he's really
Like,
big.
just a big
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
He's really
yeah.
big.
we just had Emma Rose Kenny. Kenny, what is that?
Oh yeah, we had Emma
Oh, I saw
Kenny
that she plays
on
Debbie,
the podcast.
right?
She plays
Yeah,
Deb.
That's so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
rad.
Yeah. Oh man, I was gonna tell you though that just going back to Eve 6 for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That cover, the cover of the album is just ingrained in my
The fly
brain.
one or the girl
fly.
one?
No,
The
the
fly
fly.
one? Yeah,
same,
yeah.
same.
Oh my god!
Same. With the white background
forever.
and the red.
White background, red.
Yeah.
Eve 6, the
The
fly.
Fly.
That's one of those ones that I'll be on my deathbed, just having visions of that album cover.
Dude,
That's
it's
one
so-
of that one, Dookie.
Right.
There's a couple of because I miss the album art. When you buy it on
Totally, man.
iTunes, it's it comes up on
Or
your
you
phone,
had the
but
physical CD in
the
your hand,
jacket and
and
all
you
that.
would take the sleeve out.
Yeah.
You would read the sleeve and all the way.
No,
through.
Yeah.
it's so funny. It's
Yeah.
that was the best, cover, Eve 6 cover, and it was the one where like, forces within the band weren't trying to control what the cover art should be, and where we, the art director at the label like found a killer artist and was like, I think it should be this, and it's just funny how. It's like the method we're using with this. It's like find talented people, let them do what they do.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to fucking piss on. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, you're fine. We're on
Okay.
the internet. Who cares?
Yeah.
Go for it.
You know what I mean? On other people's, expertise. It's like.
Here's the general idea I have. You take that and make it cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you trust in people's talent. You got to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
I
you
make
guys
the
are
music,
good at.
you make the art.
Yeah.
That's I
And it's
love
also
that.
like it's a really like loose environment for everybody involved. Like you were saying, you had a videographer too. Like he probably is having a blast doing it,
Right.
just because he gets to do a thing that he likes.
Yeah,
There's
like,
no.
So we'll be
Yeah.
on a text thread with him, and I'll be like, "Hey, I saw this cool photo of these guys using smoke grenades, colored smoke grenades in their photos," and he goes, "All right, I just bought a bunch. Let's do it on Wednesday." You're
That's
like, "What?"
rad.
That's
Yeah, we
great.
just had this
So
idea
cool.
to have a gingers versus Asians fight scene video, and we just texted that to him, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll make it happen."
Make
That's
it
so
happen.
cool.
It's great. It's so awesome.
Like
Yakuza versus
50
gingers.
gingers versus 50 Asians.
That'd be amazing.
It's amazing.
It's very, very
I wanna be.
Which one of you
Asian
is the
guys.
ginger and which one of you is the
Well, I
Asian?
would be-
I'm the ginger.
Well,
Okay,
I'm the
just
ginger.
making sure.
Can you
I can play Asian. Can I
There
be
you
in
go.
this?
Yes, you can.
I got
Yeah.
range, dude.
I could see you go Asian.
done.
I do a hell of an
That'd be
Asian guy. I
amazing.
really
That's
do.
so sick.
Yeah,
I really do. And Marty plays redheaded really well.
I could see that too.
He does.
I do.
He really does.
I also
Martin.
play Asian very
Oh
well.
my god, I could talk to you guys all day,
I also do
but
Asian very well.
producer Ben keeps telling me, he's like, "We're overtime. We gotta wrap this up."
As long as you want.
Should we move on? We should just wrap it up, right? With our
Yeah.
usual thing that we always do.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the usual thing you always do?
Okay, so I got 2 note cards
Yeah.
in my hands. They each contain a different line of questioning. I'm going to put them behind my back, and you determine the line of questioning by just telling me right or left.
Is this that What's that one game with all the cards that have the naughty things on it?
Oh, like
Words or Cards Against
Cards
Humanity.
Cards
Yeah.
Against Humanity.
No,
No, this
yeah.
is just
not
like,
that.
like that.
That's
Okay.
copyright
studio,
infringement.
yeah.
All
But you know what though? I don't give a fuck. We should just
Right.
do it anyway.
Right.
right,
I'm getting into the
aggro
aggro culture, dude.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, right.
Left.
Oh wow.
Just like
We're on
your
the same
politics.
page, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they pick both hands, so I'll just make it whatever I want.
Super.
10 questions. Usually turns out to be more like 20. They start off easy and then they
Is this
get
like a
harder.
lightning round thing?
No.
No, dude. Once again, we're on the internet. We can do whatever we want. But we do this with every guest.
Right,
so
right.
There's a
number
lot of questions
one,
about lightning, though.
What is your favorite emoji? See, hard hitting stuff like that.
Ah, I like
What's
it.
the one I've been using a lot lately? Oh, the new black headphones and the black heart. That's my
Yeah,
new
the
jam.
black
I've been
heart.
using that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good. I like that.
Beast
Max
Yeah.
sends his own emoji that he's made for himself a lot.
I
The
do
bit-
sometimes. I do.
Oh, the Bitmoji?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that Bitmoji died with my old phone. I need to set up a new one.
Make it
Bummer.
better.
I'm
I bet
so
everybody says
sorry.
the poop.
I really apologize.
A lot of
I
people
haven't
say the
gotten-
poop.
There's a new
Yeah.
dancing like black salsa guy. That's
Oh,
really cool
really?
too.
I
him
like
a
the
lot.
sushi. I like the sushi dog to connote raw dog. I use a lot.
He's sending it all the time.
That is rock and roll.
All
There we go. Number 2.
You guys are all my raw dogs.
By the way,
I love you, Max.
Every single one.
can I also say though that in almost 100 episodes of asking that question, what's your favorite emoji? Not one person has been like, "Oh, I don't use emojis." Everyone
Yeah.
immediately
Everyone uses
has their
emojis, man.
favorite
Come
emojis.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it,
You gotta have-
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Even we had like Robert Patrick in here,
Yeah.
like a
Wow.
T2. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like he's got to be in his 50s, right?
he really
Something
now?
like
He's a huge Springsteen
He's
fan.
got to
right?
be. I
He's
think
a,
so. Oh,
he's
yeah.
a literal
like an
biker
obsessive-
gang member.
He's
Is he
in a
really?
he's in
Yeah.
a biker gang, yeah.
Wow,
But like I
cool.
asked him what his favorite emoji is, and he like had an answer immediately. He's
Right,
like
yeah.
he's like I like the laugh crying or like whatever.
laugh
You
crying.
know what
That's
I'm like?
rad.
He showed up
So
with a
weird.
knife and a leather vest with
Oh, yeah,
like
he had
his
a knife.
patches on
Yeah.
him. Like
Oh,
he,
yeah.
Amazing.
yeah,
I
he's
like
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
real hardcore biker
Jesus
guy.
Christ.
He's,
That's
he
rad.
Is
Good
the,
for him.
He's
Real
the
deal.
son of anarchy.
Yeah.
for sure. Number 2, celebrity crushes.
All right.
Come on.
Somebody crushes.
All right.
Come on.
Mine. I'm trying to think. Would it be boy or girl? I'm a big Anna Kendrick fan.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
All
she's
right.
incredible.
All right.
Okay, I
have a feud with Anna
that
Kendrick,
CNN
but we'll let
commentator.
it go. We'll let it go. Oh, Anna Kendrick and I are fighting like
that's awesome.
cats and dogs.
That's cool, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's right. We're trying to start some feuds.
yeah.
We'd like
Feel
to.
free, go ahead.
The thing is what I do is I don't. I mean, she doesn't know we have a feud. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like that
yeah.
kind of thing. I have a lot of feuds that I've started on the podcast that nobody has any idea.
They've
about.
gone unanswered. Yeah.
Like Bobby Flay. Like I tried to pick one with Bobby Flay. Remember?
Did it work?
Fucking Bobby Flay.
Fucking
No, he
goddamn
didn't.
Bobby
I don't
Flay,
know.
dude. It's like Jeremy Piven.
There's no
Fucking
way
Bobby
he
Flay.
knows. He's just so full of himself. All his shows are people trying to beat him.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like a world class chef.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bobby
Bobby.
Flay.
Yeah.
Fuck you, hashtag.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bobby Flay.
There you go.
I like it. Done.
Yeah, fuck him.
Max, who's your crush?
That CNN like pundit, the Republican chick,
The
who's
conservative
so
chick,
hot.
Tommy Lauren.
No, she has glasses.
Wait.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, that's it.
Kellyanne Conway?
Loretta King.
God, what's her name?
You look
Megan-
It's like a really blue
Megan
bloody
Kelly?
name too. It's like
She's really pretty.
it's
Maybe.
so
Kellyanne
hot,
Conway,
so
yeah,
hot
that's
to
who it
me.
is.
No, not
Her name's
Kelly-
Benetton J. Crew. LL Bean.
I got a thing for Anderson Cooper.
Me too. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't, dude?
Jake Tapper's coming on.
Yeah,
though,
he
right?
is.
Dude, this is his
Jake,
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's living life.
Yeah.
You're just looking up Bill and Ted. Oh, there she is.
No,
yeah.
it's not her. It's
Are you
not
sure?
her.
I like
No,
her. I like
no,
her.
Her.
Oh, who's that?
What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She's not
CJ
conservative, is she?
CJ Cups
Totally
or something like
conservative.
that.
Yes, exactly.
Cups.
S.E. Cups.
S.E. Cups.
Can I see her?
S.E. Cups.
Yeah, that's her name. She's on Bill
Pa-
Maher all the time.
Pass her around.
Yes,
She's on-
exactly.
yeah,
Pass
she's
her
on
around.
Bill
She's
Maher.
I've seen her taking
she's
people
like,
to task
she's
before.
like
I thought you were
she's
gonna
like
say something
lukewarm
different.
kind of conservative, but she is conservative.
She's like a rational person.
She's like-
yeah, a little bit more rational. But it's the irrationality that's hot to me.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, I also got wait, we're breaking from the. I'm sorry, this episode's gonna go long, and I don't give a shit.
cares?
I don't give a shit. You
I
know
just-
why? Because I'm inspired by
fucking
fitness.
Yes.
I don't give a
Jesus
shit.
Christ, dude. We'll do whatever we want to do.
I'm in an agro-culture state of mind,
Yeah.
Ben.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
throwing stuff.
We do what we want.
Aggressive positivity.
That's right.
What are you
Wait,
doing?
What was I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to the email that Kenny sent me about
Oh,
their
shit.
appearance because it was awesome. It had all their show dates and like songs and all the stuff to like talk
Very
about.
professional.
But then at the bottom he says other anecdotes, so like other things that they can talk about.
Yeah.
I just want to read the list because
That's
it's awesome.
the list.
Okay.
That's a pretty good
This is
one.
what he.
This is the professional email they
This,
sent us.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a professional
To a
email
professional podcast,
that
yeah.
Kenny sent about the band being on the podcast. Here you go. He goes, other anecdotes. Kenny and Max played the same festival. That's where they met each other. Okay, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Kenny recently became a pilot.
True story.
So it's like,
Yeah,
okay, it's interesting. Yeah. Kenny has a gay dad and Vietnamese mother.
Also true.
Okay, and, like,
Also true. Modern
also,
family.
like,
Yeah.
just informational.
Yeah.
And then Max has an anxiety disorder, which I'm like, I don't know. If we're
Serious,
gonna
like
bring that up.
yeah, serious shit.
You can hear it in his voice.
And then
highly
and then he
medicated.
Says, and then it says having it says then it says having been and / or being dicks at airports.
yeah.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
big
yeah.
one.
Apparently,
I
guys
mean,
got
for a
stories
pilot,
about
you'd think
that.
he'd be pretty cool
Well, because
now.
what else
but-
do you do for hours on layovers when you're with
Yeah.
5 of your best friends?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
somebody sneezes and you go,
yeah.
Then next on the list is the time that Max shit himself on purpose.
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
True
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Also.
True
Heavily
story.
medicated.
And
True
then
story.
and then he just
That was pre-medication, actually.
and then it just says Trump.
Oh, Trump.
Yeah,
It just says Trump. And then the last one is or whatever, literally anything at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Which is
very
awesome.
professional.
I just
you know?
love that.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's true, man.
It made me.
It's kind of like with those, you
I was
kind of
reading the
only
email
needed to
and, like,
read them,
laughed out loud.
really.
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah.
The
It
time
covered
that-
it.
But there are specifics to each one of those.
Though
as
the
a matter
best
of
part
fact.
about the time
I-
when Max shit himself is the last 2 words that say on purpose.
On
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, willfully.
Yeah.
Willfully.
And actually,
Willfully.
truthfully, like I
Anarchy.
don't even want to know the story because the story that I
Yeah.
have in my own head
It's better.
It's
It's
gonna be better than the reality.
probably, or it's just making me laugh. So yeah. Where were we? God dang it. Oh, number
three?
three.
Lightning round.
Number 3. You know what? In fitness style, these questions have no numbers.
Ooh.
See?
You guys are on this whole new
guys are
tip,
rubbing
dude. I
off
like
on
it,
me,
dude.
dude.
I
I like it.
don't lump me in. I'm not
I
as
like
dick
it.
righty as
Well,
this
yeah.
guy.
What's your most watched movie of all time? The movie you've seen the most
The
amount
Big
of times?
Lebowski.
Yeah.
That's such a good one.
So
The
good.
Dude Abides.
I must say.
It's a beverage here, man.
It's hard. It's the Lethal Weapons, the Die Hards, and the Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Which I just went through all the Indiana Jones like
You were born in 1984.
Dude, I very
Yeah,
much so. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's why Bill Paxton.
I
feels
know.
Rest in peace, dude. I'm like
man.
Terminator
Bill.
1,
Yeah.
Alien,
Apollo?
1? Dude, Twister with
13.
Helen Hunt.
Dude, people don't even really realize he's in Terminator.
I
Like,
know
it's-
exactly,
yeah.
dude. And 1,
Alien.
not even just like the other.
Right.
Like, he's in the original great series.
Yeah.
Big Love was a great
Yeah.
series.
That was
Yeah.
a great
Oh,
series.
big
too.
love.
Yeah.
Totally, man.
Simple-
Apollo 13.
Simple Plan?
Yeah.
Simple Plan. Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Billy
Bill Paxton.
Bob.
We
and
love
him.
you.
Oh man, he's the best.
He's
Where
dead.
were we?
All right.
What's the first thing you do in the morning after waking up?
Coffee, man. Very
Yeah.
French roast, Trader Joe's French roast pulverized to Turkish.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then pressed in like espresso with a spoon on the single, the single serve thing.
Get the
And then pour it on, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
What happens when you're famous for that long? You're getting that kind of coffee. Fucking die. Same. Well, I wait for the morning boner to go down, and then I go pee, and then I have a coffee, and then I, do the next.
Do you have the
step,
same
which I'm-
process for coffee?
It depends on how. I'll go with. We have an espresso machine that I will do sometimes, but I like to drink quantity of coffee.
Sure.
So I'll do French press.
Right.
Most mornings.
Right,
Because
right,
if I have like 3 espressos, I don't feel good.
A little jittery.
Yeah, after that, yeah.
Jittery and poop. Lots of poops.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, too
He
much
said it, not
coffee
me.
is.
And Twitter, man. Twitter in the morning with
Oh
the
yeah,
coffee.
you gotta scroll through.
Well,
Twitter.
you have your
Yeah.
coffee,
Yeah.
and you're taking a dump, and you got your Instagram, and
Yeah.
you're doing your things, checking the world, doing the
Yeah.
news, doing
Yeah.
the posts.
Checking it out.
Yeah.
I think I posted about the Brett Davern show this morning
Did
on
you?
fitness.
Ooh.
Let me just show you very
You're gonna
quickly.
be so.
Oh, Maddie saw it. She's the social
Huge.
media
Right.
Yeah.
guru.
Well,
we
just
are.
to let you know what my morning routine is.
Just a coffee tweets. Oh yeah.
You know,
oh my God! Look at that.
You know,
That's
you
awesome.
You do your your morning stuff.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that. Love
Also
that.
saw some you porn on
Man,
there.
isn't
Well,
it nice,
show me
Marty,
your
when
phone.
the
Red
guests post stuff about the show?
It is nice.
Isn't that nice?
Sweet.
Very
Isn't it
good.
sweet?
Man, sometimes we have guests in here who then don't post
They
about
just
the
don't
show.
care.
Isn't it nice when hosts ask you to come on their show?
It is kind of nice, you know what I mean?
Right?
Play your
So
music,
cool.
that's fucking crazy.
Number. Where are we?
What?
Oh, fuck the
No
numbers.
numbers,
Yeah,
right?
we're not
Yeah.
talking about the numbers.
Lightning round.
Did you ever have an AIM or any of the early instant messengers?
course.
And if so, what was your screen name?
See, my screen name will only make sense to those who have ever wakeboarded, which is pretty lame.
Alright.
The
Kenny
name-
was a professional wakeboarder
I was for a very long time.
Whoa.
And God, I must have been like
for
7th
15
grade.
years.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, I'm from Orlando,
Wow.
Florida, where like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all you do is wakeboard.
I
all
met
day
that
long.
guy Phil Sovin
Oh, yeah.
a bunch because they had a show on MTV, him and his
Yeah,
brother, so
yeah.
we would hang out.
I don't like him.
sometimes.
Who
does that?
His brother Bob's dope though. Bob's cool.
Well, hey, well.
Phil's a dick, whatever. Yeah, it was Chromobe, which is the wakeboard trick, but yeah, Chromobe was my
Chromo.
Chromobe was
Yeah?
my Instagram name.
Pretty
Oh,
dumb.
man.
Yeah, right,
Chromobe.
everybody-
I
yeah,
used to watch
remember.
the shit out of professional wakeboarding, like in the
That's
X Games.
good, yeah.
They used to have it in the X
Well,
Games.
so we talked
They
about
don't
the
have
X
it
Games things,
anymore.
right? Where like there's like little wakes and all this stuff. The wakes are now like up to your fucking
Oh
shoulders.
yeah,
You're like, are you
they
out of
take
your
you through the
mind?
double up, and
Yeah,
then you
dude.
like go
We used to do
crazy.
double up competitions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got the double up.
The
Many-
jetpack.
many
Max, like,
surgeries,
right.
many things.
Max, AIM or instant messenger?
No, I'm.
He's too old.
So I learned how to turn a computer on like 4.5 years ago.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm one of those.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not a computer guy.
Because I was on a show called Awkward, every interview and podcast or anything that I would do, they'd say, "What's the most awkward moment of your life?"
Of course.
And so that now that I have my own show, I
Right,
get to
yeah,
annoy
yeah,
you
yeah.
with that question.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
what's been some awkward moments, guys?
Oh, I have a
There's
good
gotta
one,
be some
actually.
tour moments. You guys were talking about naked guys on tour. Why are guys always naked on tour?
A, you're bored. Mm-hmm. B, everybody gay sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's less awkward and kind of more exciting. I don't know. For some reason, my band, it would start with like my drummer being naked all the time.
Right.
And
It's
then-
always the drummer.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he'll slap you on the ass and be like, "You're gay for letting me do that." And then he'll be like, "Get in the shower with me, man. Show me that dick." And you're like, "What?" I'm not making this up at all.
hell?
Let me just say that one of the last things I remember like that, it was my singer, it was my drummer, and my guitar player all naked under the same shower head washing a dog.
Oh, well, hey.
That's behind the scenes.
Rock
if
and
people
roll.
are wondering what's going on before the show or right
Yeah.
after the show, that's what's happening.
Rock and roll.
Okay, and so I'm reminded of two here. One of them was being on the Bon Jovi tour. This was in like 2001.
You toured with Bon
Yeah,
Jovi?
yeah. And like it became a thing every single night. Like I would go like naked, walk naked out of the bus holding balloons and go to the crew, Bon Jovi's crew guys, and start telling them where to put gear in the semi. Be like, no. No, push it back more.
That's amazing.
This premedicated or
This is pre-medication.
Okay, good, very
Well, I was
good.
using alcohol as a medication at this time.
Pre-sober.
That is great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that.
God, Max. You have a lot
That's
of naked
good.
stories.
That's good shit.
Yeah, I got arrested for being naked.
Was
In
that at the
Pittsburgh.
hotel where you were asking for shaving cream and you were naked at the front desk
Yeah.
asking for shaving cream?
Yeah.
And then you went and played the piano in the lobby?
Yeah.
The best part about that story, you go, I don't even know how to play piano. I thought you were naked, like, playing a beautiful song. He's like, I don't even know how to play
No.
Clunking away.
No, I was literally sitting down at the piano. I wasn't playing it.
Naked.
Yeah. No, I was at a hotel in Pittsburgh in Moon Township. Like the pun was just too good. Like the articles that were written about it were, pretty funny.
The pun was too good to pass up.
Too good to pass
I
up.
had to get naked.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I ripped this next question off from the Actors Studio, but they ripped off their line of questioning anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man.
What is your favorite curse word?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Whoa.
I like cunt.
Is that a curse? That's so Australian of you.
Ben, cut that out.
Truly. I mean, a good fuck is just always strong,
Never
to the
fails.
point, never fails.
Never fails.
One syllable.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, that's probably my preferred
All right.
swear word.
No, it's
if we're
good.
not talking about inappropriate racial.
I like duck.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Every time I write fuck on my cell phone
Duck.
and the duck pops up,
Yeah.
I choose duck.
You commit.
I
Just
commit and I
said-
choose
Yeah.
duck. Yeah.
choose-
And people get it.
choose
They,
duck.
duck you. Oh, I know what he means.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
You guys prefer wearing boxer briefs, briefs, or commando?
Briefs.
I've never worn
Briefs,
underwear
straight
in
up
my
briefs,
life.
not boxer briefs.
Briefs.
Old school.
Whitey tighties.
I like the way they feel. I like the way
Old
they
school,
feel on
like,
my
Y
balls.
fronts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
Part of the story of it when he shit himself.
It is. I was wearing wet tighty whities when I shit myself on purpose.
Out of a pool.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know the story.
Slowly but surely, we're gonna learn the story by the end of
Yeah,
this.
it's just gonna drizzle out.
God.
Dude, I'm a Florida
No
piece
pun
of trash.
intended.
I've never worn underwear and
Hey.
mostly don't wear shoes either.
Me neither, buddy.
Marty
Yeah.
doesn't wear underwear either.
Yeah, well, I don't wear. In Florida, it's like you wear baggies,
Shorts.
no shoes, no shirt, no. That's it.
You're
That's
in
just- that's
swimwear all the time in
all
Florida.
day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Florida dirtbag.
Dude, it's just complete Florida trash.
Yeah.
It's not the place; it's the people.
It's
That's
the
what I
peop-
tell people about
The
Florida.
place is amazing.
The place is amazing. It's the people that suck.
Yep, correct.
All of them.
All of them.
Every single person in Florida,
100%.
except for my mom
and my mom
and Marty's mom
and my dad
and my dad.
and my brothers.
Okay, we got the point.
Anyone else?
Nope.
Nope, everybody else sucks.
That's it.
Number 9. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I tell it to everybody. I work with a lot of interns and stuff. Keep your head down and keep going. So everybody, there's a problem here, or I deserve this, or it's not going to work, or blah, blah, blah. You just keep your head down and you keep going. It's the best thing my old manager, Burko, ever told me, and I'll tell that to everybody.
Yep.
I love
Yeah.
that
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Max?
Fuck! I keep thinking of all this shit that's gonna take us way in the wrong direction.
Whatever.
No, I think.
He's like, if you're going to get naked
Yeah.
in a hotel,
And shit yourself.
Yeah.
the first thing to do.
Do you have no good advice?
No, it's just all like we don't want to go fucking there. Like all the ones that are popping in my head are wrong. They're wrong for the podcast.
Really? Like what? Like what?
Like like this too shall pass and shit. I'm thinking of cliches.
No, time heals.
You know
This
what I
too
mean?
shall pass.
Yeah,
Max,
You're lame,
we've
dude.
had some.
I thought you were good at lyrics.
We've
and
had
shit.
some people on here that have said the dumbest
Yeah.
things ever,
Yeah.
and I had to like stifle a laugh.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, did you laugh like it was funny, or did you laugh at a fake laughing?
No, like somebody. There have been people who've said like actual like
Yeah.
Shakespeare quotes, and I've been like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, you have that tattooed in
Yeah.
script on your ribs too, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
Tattooed in script on your ribs.
I actually can't remember being told like an original piece of advice from a human that I like valued enough to remember it. Maybe I'm just I don't know
Yeah?
a bad listener,
All right.
Or just
fine.
a piece of shit.
Fuck it.
just a
Whatever.
bad person.
in one ear, out the other.
come to the end, Marty.
Holy.
So final question.
Have we made it to the final
We
question?
made it. Did we cover everything? We covered
Yeah.
everything, didn't we?
If we didn't, who cares?
Let's cover it one more time. March 4th,
Yes.
Soundbreak, Culver City, California.
Yes.
And then March 29th at the Resident in LA with Battle Tapes, Beginners, and Learn. And then March 30th at the Brooklyn Bowl in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Battle
Vegas.
tapes.
Oh, I like the way you said it.
And
Las
beginners.
Vegas. That's nice.
That's
Trying to
actually
throw a
how
little
it's
accent
pronounced.
A little
on
bit,
it.
yeah, I like
Yeah,
it. I like
yeah,
your
you know.
attention to detail. a little
Trying
bit.
to
above and beyond.
multicultural
Right,
flair.
yeah. No, I
You know
like
what I
it,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's Brett,
Yeah.
multicultural.
That's me. Once again, the band is called Fitness, and you can go to www.fitnesswastaken.com for everything.
For everything.
Yes.
All the crazy photos we've
Everything.
been talking about.
No, everything.
Yeah.
All the
It's all there.
all this stuff.
It's all there.
It's all there.
And Fitness was taken on everything else too,
Yeah,
right? Twitter,
Instagram, Fitness
Instagram,
was taken, Twitter, social,
Snapchat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all
yeah,
there.
all that. So, final question though from the questionnaire. It's the most important question that I ask all of our guests, and I also ask people in life because I believe it's such a simple question. I truly believe this. People think I'm doing a bit, but I really. I swear to God, I really do think that your answer to this question tells me everything that I need to know about you.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude. That's a huge setup.
Yeah, it's a
Now
lot of
I'm like-
pressure.
Now I'm like,
It's a lot of pressure.
What is your favorite fruit?
Interesting.
well, that's okay. So now,
By the way,
hold
do you notice
on
that,
a minute.
Do you notice that everyone's reaction is always the same?
Hold on a fucking minute here, because some things are fruits
setup's
for
incredible.
years to you, and then all of a sudden they're a vegetable.
No.
To
Just
you.
what is your favorite?
So,
Don't
I'm
overthink
saying,
it.
Well, I'm too late.
What's your favorite?
I'm a melon guy. You know,
Which one? I need specifics.
Cantaloupe is probably where I am.
Oh
but-
damn! You,
like,
Sweet
but wait,
Pea,
it has a
Sweet Pea will
seed.
fight you about that
Why?
one. Sweet Pea, when he orders fruit, when Sweet Pea orders fruit, he's like, "Look, level with me. Are you gonna just give me a bunch of melon? Because if you are, I don't want it."
A bunch of You're kind of cantaloupe to me.
No,
I like you.
I'm cantaloupe-esque.
Yes, you're orange.
Yeah, I like blueberries, man.
That's lame.
That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Daffrin Show. Thank you out there for listening. Thank you for subscribing. We really do appreciate it. Whether you're listening on iTunes, Google Play Music, or on YouTube, we really love you and thank you for tuning in. Remember, this show is always free, and if you like what you heard, just tell a friend about the podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't be shy.
Yep.
Tell everybody.
Dude, it's just like fitness or movies or anything. If you
Yeah.
like what you see, if you like what you hear,
Spread the good word.
tell a friend
Spread the
about
good
it.
Don't
word.
be a dick about it.
That's the way to end the podcast.
That's another motto to live by.
Jesus,
Don't be
Max.
a dick about it. Also, if you'd take the time to please rate and review our show, we would really love that. Or leave comments on this YouTube video below. That would be awesome. Right, Marty?
Tight.
What?
Yep. Also, you can follow the show on any social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook. Same handle for all those, at Brett Daffrin Show. That was me getting a text message. Today's guests, Max Collins and Kenny Carkeet, they can be found on Twitter. You want to give out your Twitters? Your
At
other?
Kenny Carkeet.
There you go, Kenny Carkeet.
At Max Collins Music.
There you go. And check out the band at Fitness Was Taken. We covered it all.
We
and
did
we
it.
did it. We made it, guys.
We made it.
We made it.
All right.
Oh, God. Say it's over, producer Ben.
It's over.
Tight.
Ben is on Twitter at TheBigBen76. My buddy Marty Shannon, his latest album is called 2600. It is out now. You can find it on BrettDavrinshow.com. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on Spotify. He's got music videos on YouTube,
sounds.
all kinds of stuff. And he's hard at work on the new.
Yep.
On the new.
Ooh.
Which,
And he's hard.
And at work. Right now.
Oh, I love it so
man.
much.
How's it going, though? Is it going good?
Here's just
Are you
telling.
not going to let us write songs for your new record?
I'm-
Or are you just kind of like...
No,
I'm
you're not
over
allowed
that?
to. What's up?
Come on. Come
Being a
on.
dick
Come on.
about
I'm
it.
waiting for Ron on
Come
Yellow
here.
to get back to me.
I love that Ron and Yellow. Can we include that? Or is it
Yeah.
past? Okay,
No,
cool.
we're still
Oh, we're
here.
not editing anything
Oh,
out.
sweet.
Oh, we're still going.
Ron and Yellow's the best.
We're
man.
still going, man.
He's
Yeah?
the best.
It's good?
It's good. It's annoying and tough, and you know.
Yeah. But we're
you
going to have
s-
some new stuff to listen to
yeah,
soon?
yeah.
All right. I need the music.
It's coming.
All right. Also, I kind of went off. Okay. That's not how I usually do all that. But anyway. Also, Marty, the curly-headed wonder, has this for all of us.
Unbeing dead isn't being alive. E.E. Cummings.
Marty
fuck
is
does
on
that
Twitter.
I just like Cummings.
_Shannon. As for me, I'm Brett on Twitter and Instagram at BDAVV. You can find me on Snapchat for all my nudes, but you got to put a T in between the B and the D.
That's what
and
I
I'm
say.
reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. That was our show. Good night.
Bill Paxton.
Put a T between the B and the D.
He's dead.
Stop. Or I'm gonna